Let's get started with setting up Flutter SDK and begin our journey towards achieving extraordinary results. To set up Flutter SDK in your macOS, simply move to your browser and search for Flutter and click this very first link, download Flutter SDK, and this will take you in here, build apps for any screen. Then you can go for get started, and here you will find the install for Windows, macOS, Linux and Chrome OS. So we can go for the Mac OS. In here you will find the system requirements, so you can check your and accordingly install the Flutter SDK for your Mac OS. So first of all, to set up the Flutter SDK for your Mac OS, and if you are using the Apple Silicon Mac, so you have to run this command in order to install the Rosetta translation environment. After it has been done, then you can go for getting the SDK. If you have the Intel Mac OS, you can go for this one, and again if you have the Apple Silicon, you can go for this one. So after downloading the Flutter SDK, it will be stored in the downloads in your Mac OS. Then you can go and run this unzip downloads and the Mac OS SDK to unzip that SDK that you have just downloaded. So you have to open your terminal and simply paste this unzip the downloads Flutter macOS, the SDK that you have just downloaded. So after unzipping this SDK, close your terminal and go for the Finder. After your SDK has been unzipped in your downloads, you will see something like this Flutter. And inside this there will be the bin directory, analysis YAML, .documents.yaml and all of the other directories and files like dev, examples, flutter console.bat, etc. So once you have this Flutter SDK, you have to move this from downloads to your user file. If you don't have user file directly in your Finder, so you can go from here by clicking this go and simply go for this computer, and then go for the Macintosh HD, and you will find the users in here and your user home folder in here. So then paste your Flutter SDK by creating a directory with your desired name. As I have the Flutter dev and inside I have the Flutter. So simply you have to download the Flutter SDK for your Mac OS and simply move it from downloads to your home folder and store it in some folder of your desired name, as I have the Flutter dev. Then now as you have the Flutter SDK, now you can go for setting up the path. So in the browser you will also find the instruction for setting the path in your Mac OS.